course, if we slightly move on from kindergarten students to primary school students, you can also present vocabulary by giving them synonyms or antonyms or any kind of short, simple definition. And why not? Maybe even a translation. If it is that kind of abstract word which our students cannot grasp, we might be able to even offer a translation in N1 of our word. But maybe the most important way and the best way to present vocabulary to any age or any level of students is context. By presenting vocabulary in an authentic context, in a situation similar to a real life situation. Now, let us think about more ways in which we practice vocabulary. So presenting vocabulary is just the first stage. Yeah, we present it in context. We make it meaningful and memorable. But how do we practice vocabulary? Because research says that for a student, for a learner, to actually acquire that word and turn it into active vocabulary, they need to encounter that word minimum 7 times. And they need to encounter that word and practice it in different contexts in order to become part of their active vocabulary. Now, how do we practice vocabulary? Well, I will start by saying that the key is recycling vocabulary. Yes? Whenever we present vocabulary, whenever we introduce new words to our students, we make sure that the following lessons or the next time we see them, we recycle that vocabulary again and again in different ways. Now, how do we practice or recycle this vocabulary with young learners? We do it through songs and stories, yeah, because they are young learners. We do it through nursery rhymes. We do it for all different kinds of memory games, odd one out, bingo games, yeah, any kind of fun, easy activities that would allow my young learners to practice the vocabulary. Now, how do I practice my vocabulary with middle school students? With pre-teens, let's say. Well, we will start to put our words, again, in a context by using it in a sentence, by maybe playing any kind of game which would allow them to say the word in a funny voice, draw a picture of the word, maybe act out, yeah, like Pictionary. I think you all know Pictionary. And then going from these concrete activities to more abstract ones, such as gap filling, matching the words with its definition, and of course any kind of crosswords puzzles, drama. Drama is a wonderful way of practicing vocabulary in a very meaningful way. How do I practice vocabulary with teenagers, with high school students or young adults? Short stories. They love short stories. By writing songs. By creating all sorts of mind maps that would help them remember those words. Why not? By role play, by drama, by any kind of activity that would physically and kinesthetically engage them to use that word in a meaningful way. So these would be some of the ways to practice vocabulary. Now, before I wrap up this, teaching vocabulary in a nutshell, do let me give you some tips and tricks, yeah, or things to remember when you teach vocabulary. So number one would be teach vocabulary in context. Provide family of words when you teach. Do not teach words in an isolated way. Yes, teach them with their families. Yeah, with the other words that are part of the same family. Have a wall in your classroom where you constantly put there the new words on cards, yeah, and the next lesson, after you taught those words, recycle that vocabulary through different ways with your students, match them with a definition, say out loud the synonym and let them find the word. And as you see that your students acquire that vocabulary and they start on using it, you can replace and substitute those words with new vocabulary. And maybe another important thing would be for you to offer as many examples as possible. Yeah, offer different contexts where students can encounter and practice that word safely. And of course, expose them to the useful, active vocabulary that they will get to use in real life. This is it from me on Eddi Talk on teaching vocabulary. This was teaching vocabulary in a nutshell. See you soon.